Thank you for listening to a Vietnam podcast by 7 Million Bikes. We share the stories of people with a love for Vietnam. My name's Niall Mackay and I'm your host. I've lived in Vietnam since 2016. As the show has grown, we now talk to people from all over the world who have a Vietnam story to share. At the end of every episode, we ask our guests the same set of questions each time. So enjoy this bonus compilation episode where you can hear our guests answer what was the best thing about lockdown for them. It's been a tough year for everyone, but hopefully we can see some positives. We'd love to hear from you. What has been the best thing about lockdown for you? So send us a message on the socials, or better still, join the 7 Million Army Facebook group and post your answer there. There's a link in the show notes. Enjoy. What's been the best thing about lockdown?
Yeah, two very obvious things. Time with family on a couple levels. One, the daughter, like you mentioned before, it's just great to be. That's probably the biggest singular silver lining of this all, is that in general, before COVID, it's so busy all the time that I'd see my daughter for 30 minutes in the morning before she went to school. And then in the best case scenario for maybe 2 hours after getting home from work, and being tired after work too, and things like this. And then, usually say 3 nights a week, I'd have some after work thing, some client thing or some event to go to. So even then I wouldn't see her very often. And now, for better or for worse, definitely for better, she wakes up at between 5:30 and I hate her for that, and 7 at the best case, and that rarely happens. My current best case is more like 6:30. And the deal with my wife is she takes care of her if she wakes up in the middle of the night, because I'm a fussier sleeper. My wife can pass out again pretty quickly. And then I am the one who puts her to bed at night. And when she wakes up in the morning, I'm the one who hangs out with her. Wake up with her at like 6 or whatever. Go maybe take her outside for a walk for a little bit or play with her, watch some baseball because 6 a.m. coincides with East Coast baseball start times. And make breakfast and then do some exercise in the morning. And then with her, it's still her nap time. My wife and I switch off like office hours in this room where the other person works in the living room, kind of half working, half babysitting. And then, she takes a nap for like an hour and a half. And then that takes us to like 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And then I have like an hour or an hour and a half to watch some bullshit like we were mentioning before. And then I go to bed. I'm too tired to like stay up to like when I get to 11, I'm like, oh, I'm really pushing it. But it's great. It's wonderful. She's hilarious. She's an easy kid, all things being equal, especially for someone who's not able to like go out and expend their energy. Not to make a comparison, but as a dog owner, that like if they aren't able to release some of this stuff, like it manifests in other ways. And so we put her on the balcony and she does this thing called gymnastics where she goes up on the drying rack, which is like the metal drying rack of clothes. And she just like a little monkey just climbs up and down and like does these like really what she thinks is like Olympic level, these one-handed kind of like this and like, have her legs out at a perfect posture for about an hour. And then she comes in drenched in sweat at like 5 o'clock. And it's pretty great. And then spending time with my wife is also wonderful. I think we've, to both of our credits, done a good job of respecting each other's space and realizing that this is a difficult time for any couple and that we have to be a little bit more lenient than we probably otherwise would with each other and each other's habits and things. So it's been overly positive, and spending also more time with my parents on video chats as well. We've been doing more of that. So whereas we used to talk to them like once a week, now we talk to them like at least once a day.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Time for myself. I love that. Yeah, I think I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a very social person and I need that. I need to get out. I need to talk to people. But it's true that when you always spend time outside, then you really, go back and then really ask yourself questions and know who you really are. So during this time, I've been reading a lot of books and I've been doing a lot of healing. I know I saw one of those guru online. Go back inwards and meditate. Yeah, but that's what I do every day. And I think that I understand myself much more now. Yeah, I love this because I don't have FOMO anymore because everybody said, so I can spend this time then really like, think about what I'm going to do, about my job, about what I'm doing right now. And do I really want to do that? And stuff. Yeah. So I think a great time for myself to think and not scared that everybody is. Everybody stay home.
That's a great one. No FOMO. There's no one doing
No
FOMO. I like that one.
At the beginning of the lockdown in 2020, it felt very surreal, but I almost like enjoyed it. And here's the reason, is because both my husband and I have such demanding jobs at the time, because I was still doing the podcast in corporate America at the time. I felt like the lockdown allowed me to be with my children. We didn't have to commute. We had, we were taking long walks together. We were, they didn't have all these activities that I had to shuffle them to on the weekends. And so I actually quite enjoyed it. And then my husband and I were like having wine and watching TV together. So at the beginning, it was almost like, for me, it was a blessing because there were things that we didn't, because of the hustle and bustle of our lives, that we actually never took the time to really focus and be present for. Obviously, like other families, that got old quick.
I think discovering more about my relationship with my wife, we heard in the beginning, even last year when the lockdown started, that divorce rates were up, suicide rates were up, drug addictions were up, domestic violence was up. And my wife and I have been together about 3.5 years, and being stuck in that house together made me realize that's why I married her, because we can get along in complete silence. My wife likes to play video games, so we play Call of Duty on the phone a lot. We can watch the same movies and TV shows. And yeah, building this relationship has been great. In fact, when we got married, we lived in I was, as the Scottish, I was very cheap. I had a $4 million a month apartment, which my apartment, it was just a room and a bathroom.
Yeah.
And we got married and she moved in with me. And it's like half the closet for me, half the closet for her, no kitchen. And once we got through that, and now that we've been through a couple of lockdowns here, I feel like it's strengthened our relationship. And I feel confident in saying we can spend months together without getting out of the house and be just fine.
My neighbors and I got really close. We have like...
Yeah, your neighbor was Tommy Pruczynski, right?
Yeah, we got really close. And the rest of the building and I, we got really close because we wanted to get vegetable delivery. And back at the time when we were under the military martial law lockdown, they used to do only like 8 kg minimum vegetable deliveries. So went around knocking on everybody's doors and then got to know the neighbors. It was great. And
That's
now
cool.
it was really cool.
Well, funny enough, thanks to Zoom, or thanks to, all the platforms that allow us to connect, the best thing I would say is that it gave me more time. It gave me more time because I don't have to travel. I can travel online and just hop on Zoom or, Meet or Google or Skype. And then, it takes a few seconds and that's where I am. So I think it's, my mindset is different now. I mean, because it's been almost 2 years, so we don't have a choice. So, the best thing is that it gave me more time and more time also to be with my families, because before that, we're everywhere. We're not at home. And and meet people like you and Lourdes. And I'm so, so grateful. Very grateful.
Yeah. Well, you've got to find the positives, and there have been positives throughout this, and the connection with people from around the world has been a really big one. Same for me as well.
I think it's my cat giving birth to 4 kittens.
Wow.
4 kittens during lockdown, yeah.
You frisky cat you got there then. She's been out, your cat's been going out getting more busy than you have. Don't forget, send us a message or post on our Facebook group, the 7 Million Army. If you can, join the community. We're building up more and more members. You get special exclusive benefits, and we do community meetups if you're inside on. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you are listening to this podcast from. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're like me, you may use your laptop at places where you have to use public Wi-Fi. This opens you up to digital snoopers. It's a massive problem. It can be your internet service provider, or you know who, looking at what you do online, or a cyber criminal trying to steal your bank passwords or credit card info, or even a hacker at the next table trying to steal your sensitive data. These days, it is vital that you keep your data safe. NordVPN keeps all of these snoopers away. It makes your internet activity private, protects you from accessing dangerous websites that are phishing for your data, and lets you enjoy your favorite content securely, even while away from home. And it's easy to use, even I could use it. I've actually been using NordVPN for years now here in Vietnam, and I'm excited to be an affiliate partner with them. I've used NordVPN to watch Netflix, BBC, Disney Plus with ease, and I also know that my information and data are safe from prying eyes, whoever they may be. Join now and you'll get 68% off and 3 months free when you go to my link, nordvpn.com/SMB. Just again, for those hard of hearing, nordvpn.com/SMB. The link is also in the show notes. I know nobody checks them out, but go check that out and you can get the link from wherever you're listening to this podcast. As an affiliate partner, it also means that I will get a small commission when you sign up, but at no extra cost to you. So not only will you be getting a great deal through 7 Million Bikes, you get a great VPN and you'll be supporting 7 Million Bikes podcast. Stay safe online and enjoy the shows you love. Any questions, just let me know. You know how to get in touch with me. And thanks for listening to this show. Cheers.